With the legacy of Frisia event starting soon, I, as well as many of you I assume, am making my own build instead of following the guide. Since it's only going to last a month as of writing this, and my only real goal is getting level 80 to get the free armor set, I figured this is as good a time as any. While messing around in Path of Building, trying to make something at least a little better than half-baked, I found an interesting mechanic in Path of Exile that can improve the survivability of almost any build. Now, this is primarily for those of you who like bossing, as it works better against a smaller amount of larger hits, but could likely be implemented into mapping builds as well. What is this mechanic, you ask? What could have possibly eluded Path of Building users for so long? Is this entire video just another bad joke idea I had when I should have been sleeping? The answer to all these questions and more after a quick word from our sponsor. Does your build go too slow? Yeah. Are you tired of only using one portal per map?
Well, no, actually.
Do you look at your effective hit pool and think, that number is just too big?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Well, Flicker Strike might be the product you've been missing.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess.
Flicker Strike. First you're over here, then you're over there, then you're back in your hideout. Flicker Strike is available for purchase at your local library ghost, or ship captain's granddaughter, who also captains a ship, but for legal reasons we had to distinguish between the two of them. But wait! Call now, and as long as you're not formally associated with the Templar Order and you won't be raising the dead or casting curses, you could get a special deal on the original Flicker Strike. That's right, for a limited time, eligible persons can acquire their very own Flicker Strike from the shipwreck survivor at Lion Eye's Watch. Offer available while supplies last and while the vendor remains unmarried. Flicker Incorporated cannot be held responsible for any harm caused by the misuse of products in the Flicker Strike line, including but not limited to Flicker Strike of Power, and Vol Flicker Strike. A very small percentage of people may experience a seizure when exposed to the visual effects often associated with the Flicker Strike line of products. If you experience any seizure-like symptoms, immediately discontinue use of Flicker Strike or related products and contact a doctor. If you or any of your relatives have a history of seizures or epilepsy, please contact a doctor prior to the use of any Flicker Incorporated products. Now back to your regularly scheduled broadcast. Flicker Strike. Huh. Sounds like something I might enjoy. And like the perfect product to make use of this totally obscure and not at all a joke mechanic to make your build more survivable. Wait. Anyway, let's answer those questions in reverse order. First, is this entire video just another bad joke idea I had when I should have been sleeping? Yes. Second, and third, they were both the same question. What is this mechanic? The answer? Moving out of the way of the enemy's attacks. That's right, evasion is not just a stat anymore. You can just use the move command to physically avoid the attacks. Now, as stated earlier, this works better on bosses because, honestly, can you tell me where to move to avoid this? But with enough practice, you too can act superior because you beat a pinnacle boss with worse gear than a first-time player on Reddit. On a more serious note, though, if you are making your own build, remember to cap resistances and just get a decent amount of life or energy shield. Losing a bit of damage to not get one shot tends to work out a bit better in the end. Well, thanks for watching. Can't say I'm sorry for this one. I mean, I can, but I won't. Video idea came to me far too late at night when I was thinking of how to advertise skill gems, don't ask, and also about an old League of Legends video I saw, where someone was talking about the best strat to avoid CC, which is to just walk away from it. I might also make a longer, full version of the Flicker Strike ad in a more like pharma ad style that'll have a list of side effects longer than the actual ad itself. It also won't tell you anything about the skill. So stay tuned for that. Or make it yourself. The idea is free, and if you make it before I get around to it, and show it to me through one of those fancy links in the description, by the way, I'll say something like, nice. Good job. Anyway, if you thought this was an actual build advice video, it's not. In case you haven't figured that out by this point, but you should subscribe anyway. Most of my videos are actually about what the title says. I guess this one technically is too, but you get my point, right? If you want more stream of consciousness style rambling similar to this outro, I also stream on Twitch where I play ARPGs, MMOs, and Celeste. So come check that out. Link is also in the description, especially if you want to see what mess I managed to cook up for this event. See you there.